The New York Knicks made a sneaky good move today as they have brought back a key piece to their team in Chuma Okeke, who recently left the Knicks to sign a 10-day contract with the Philadelphia 76ers, but now returns to the organization in a huge moment. And this will have a huge implication on the New York Knicks and who they sign as their 15th man, as they've already lost a potential name today. And we're going to break all this down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Knicks Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to jump right into this as always. And if you guys are enjoying the content, make sure to subscribe. If you're part of that 68.5% who's not subscribed to Knicks Digest and you want daily New York Knicks content, this is the place to be. I'm really working hard for you. Guys, this is like the 15th take of this video I've done. So I'm really grinding it out. I would appreciate the subscription and the support that I'm putting in for you guys. But let's jump into this, guys. The New York Knicks, they made a move today. They brought back Chuma Okeke onto their team after Okeke left around 10 days ago to sign a contract with the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, taking a look into this, the Westchester Knicks announced that they have reacquired Chuma Okeke via returning rights. And just to explain what returning rights are, NBA.com defines returning rights as returning player rights are players who are returned to the NBA G League are, by rule, reacquired by the teams that they played for within the last two seasons. So whatever the previous team they played for in the G League, that is the team they go back to, and Chuma Okeke is the guy, and the Westchester Knicks are the team, meaning Okeke returns to the Westchester Knicks, where he has been a key player for them and someone the Knicks have thought about heavily to bring up to this roster as their 15th man as March 1st quickly approaches, the day they will sign a 15th man. And honestly, guys, this is pretty interesting. I had a feeling that the 76ers would have kept Okeke on for the rest of the season, but decided not to and ended up signing a different name, which we will go into later on in this video, and you guys don't want to miss out, so make sure to tune in for that. But with the New York Knicks now bringing back Chuma Okeke, this adds a name back to someone they will look to sign once that March 1st prorated veteran minimum salary goes down, and they have more options on who they could sign, which is then basically literally anyone who's a free agent literally anyone who's a free agent, if we're being honest. It's basically that. There's really no more restrictions after that. The Knicks will be able to sign whoever they want in free agency, and there's been a lot of different names floated around. Obviously, the most common one is TJ Warren. We're about to do a video update on him tomorrow morning, so you guys don't want to miss out on that as well. So turn on those post notifications. But let's jump into this, guys. There's a lot to discuss with the New York Knicks and Chuma Okeke, and Okeke's played some of the most games of any of the Westchester Knicks this season. He's third on the list, and he's been one of the key players for this team. He's been a very important wing for this team, playing the shooting guard, the small forward, the power forward, playing whatever the Westchester Knicks need him to, guarding opposing teams' best players. He's an excellent defender. He scores the ball with confidence. He's just been a very solid player for the Westchester Knicks this season, and the Knicks brought him on an Exhibit 9 contract, meaning they wanted to give him a roster spot, but since he did not end up getting one, the Knicks couldn't afford to have 15 guys. He was one of the guys who ended up getting waived, and when you're on one of those Exhibit 9 contracts, when you get waived, you get put onto the G League team unless another team opts to sign you. And the Knicks also signed a few other guys to this, including TJ Warren, who's obviously in the G League, and Marcus Morris as well. Though Morris declined the option to play for the G League as he decided to wait until a team would try to sign him. And he's still a free agent now, and the Knicks probably will take another look into Marcus Morris. And if you guys want to see that video, make sure to leave a comment down below, and I promise I will make that one for you guys as well. But there's just a lot to discuss around Okeke. A career 16.4 points per game in the G League with 8 rebounds and 5 assists. He's having a better season this year in the G League, putting up over 17 points per game, shooting around 36% from 3, which is solid, better than his career average in the NBA. And on top of that, his on-ball defense is really, really something special. So it is a kind of player that the New York Knicks would like to have. I mean, Tom Thibodeau would enjoy it. It's a guy who will get a lot of attempts at the corner threes after having a solid three-point shooting season with the Westchester Knicks, and is an excellent defender who's 6'6" and can sub in for any of Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, and Mikal Bridges. Obviously, all those guys do play heavy minutes, so Okeke is a guy who kind of models himself after all three of those guys. Really, Mikal and OG, really good defender. On top of that, solid offensive game as well. He just could never put it together at the NBA level, but the Knicks believe that they could get the best out of Okeke as he is a Tom Thibodeau-esque player, which they're absolutely right about. And Okeke, he did play one game this season for the 76ers, but didn't even take a shot at all. He grabbed a rebound, and literally that was it. On top of that, in his 190 career games, he has been underwhelming as a first-round pick, putting up 6.3 points per game and 3.7 rebounds per game while shooting 38% from the field and 32% from 3. It's really the percentages have just not been what the Orlando Magic hoped when they signed him. They signed him to be an elite 3-and-D, or they drafted him to be an elite 3-and-D guy. I should not say signed, I should say drafted. And he was picked around 16th, 17th, and when they picked him, when the Orlando Magic picked him, they knew that Okeke was going to miss that whole season, as he did tear his ACL at Auburn, so he was going to miss an entire season of basketball action. But the Magic believed in him, and, well, so did the 76ers, I guess. They did sign him to that 10-day contract. But the Orlando Magic did believe in Okeke. It just didn't end up working out, and he's still not that old, and definitely still has a chance to find his rhythm and get back to the NBA. He had a lot of good moments. He had a great game against the Knicks where he hit a multitude of threes in an Orlando Magic win against the Knicks. And he's able to play three positions, which is very helpful in the modern NBA. So Okeke's NBA career is far from over, and with the New York Knicks, he does have a chance to get it back if he can convince the Knicks to bring him up onto their roster. He's someone they'll definitely consider bringing up. There's a few different names, as we've mentioned already, with TJ Warren being the most common one, and as I said, we will do the TJ Warren video, so stay tuned for that. And looking at where things stand, Okeke has been one of the more solid players in the team. He's 5th in points per game, gets a lot of rebounds, gets good assists as well. Also gets around 1 steal per game. Doing solid action for sure with the squad, and frankly, it's hard to not like a kind of guy like Chuma Okeke, who has a lot of glue guy potential. It's just a matter of if he could hit that, and the Knicks have looked closely at Okeke a lot, and he's someone who they could certainly bring in. And I think people are kind of overlooking him because of the existence of TJ Warren. But I'm just going to say this. Okeke fits better with most teams than TJ Warren does, because Warren, who is a very good scorer in isolation, gets downhill well, attacks the paint well. There's a lot of things to like about TJ Warren, but Okeke is just more of that 3-and-D mold. As we've already talked about, it hasn't really worked out at the NBA level yet, as he's only shooting 32% from 3 for his career. But if he's able to get it going from 3, the defense is there. So he has a world, or there is a world, where Chuma can really get things going at the NBA level, and I would not be too surprised to see Chuma able to get that going at the NBA level. With all that being said, he's someone the Knicks will have to look closer at, as one of the names who we knew the New York Knicks were interested in has been taken off the board by the same team that took Okeke and then got rid of him in order to sign this guy. As you may have seen, Lonnie Walker has agreed to a 2-year, $3 million deal with the Philadelphia 76ers. Walker played for Zalgiris Kaunas of the EuroLeague and had an NBA out in his deal. He now enters his 7th NBA season with a flailing Philadelphia 76ers team that, frankly, is on the brink of having to shut Joel Embiid down for the season, as Embiid's knee is cooked and he's going to need knee surgery over the offseason in hopes that he can get back to the player he once was. Meanwhile, as Knicks fans, it's time for us to laugh at the 76ers because, well, Embiid did injure Mitchell Robinson, who, it's February 18th. That happened in late April. I haven't seen Mitch play a game. Have you? I haven't seen Mitchell Robinson play a game this season. It's because of Joel Embiid. Just to be clear. So I feel no remorse that the Philadelphia 76ers suck. Enjoy that Paul George contract for the next 4 years, guys. Great job. And I find it funny that 76ers fans, like that idiot Aiden Laporta who's going out there and saying, the Knicks traded 5 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges, and some of them are maybe gonna be not in the 20s. Isn't that funny, guys? Isn't it funny? The 76ers just signed Paul George, who's way better. Nope, Paul George sucks. He's worse than Tobias Harris. You absolute buffoon of a human being. Guys, like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I'm happy to make more videos making fun of the Philadelphia 76ers, as long as it's not making fun of Sean Bernard, because he is the man and a non-biased fan. So shout out Sean Bernard of Sixers Digest. The rest of the 76ers fans, some of them are solid, and Laporta Potty's an idiot.